myself Shweta Shah and I am your instructor for the subject microprocessor and microcontroller. In this subject we have started unit 2, that is architecture of microprocessor 8085 and microcontroller 8051. In this session we are going to see today the memory interfacing examples. Okay, so let me start with the first example. So we want to design a memory system that contains 4 kilobyte of EEPROM and that uses all 16 lines. That means you are using the absolute decoding. Use the combination of inverter, NAND gate and 74LS138, that is your 3 to 8 decoder, to generate the address and determine the memory map of that design. Okay, so we have to provide also the address range. Here we are not provided with the starting or ending address for this particular chip. We have only one chip, that is of 4 kilobyte, and 4 kilobyte, that means we will require the 12 address line. Okay, and we are not provided with the starting or ending address, so we can take by ourselves. Okay, so let me see. So here 4 kilobyte of size is available and we have to design the memory of 4 kilobyte. So we will require 4 kilobyte divided by 4 kilobyte, that is one chip. Okay, so by using this one chip of 4 kilobyte we can design the 4 kilobyte memory. Instead of this, if we have to design the 8 kilobyte of memory and we are given the one chip of 4 kilobyte, then we will require the two chips of this kind. Okay, so here we require only one chip. And we are not provided with any starting address, so we are taking this 0000 hex as a starting address. Okay, so for finding the ending address we have to consider the size of the memory, that is 4 kilobyte. So for this last address will be having 12 lines to be 1 and 4 lines to be 0. Okay, 4 kilobyte, that means we require 12 lines, and at the end of the memory map or at the last location your 12 lines will be ending address is like 0 F F F. Okay, so my ending address for this chip is like 0000 F F F hex. So starting address is 0000 plus I require total this much of address, that is 0 F F F hex. So my ending address will be like 0000 plus 0 F F F hex, that is 0 F F F hex. Okay, so this is my the ending address. So if I want to provide the memory map, then the starting address will be like 00000 and at ending address all 12 lines are 1 and remaining 4 lines are 0. Okay, and if I want to use the decoder for this particular address range, then I have to use the 4x16 decoder because I am remaining with the 4 lines to decode it for this particular chip. Okay, we will use the 3 to 8 decoder for decoding or for generating the control signal, but we have to use 4 to 16 decoder for decoding that fixed part of this address range. Okay, and for that also the output will be 000, output will be activated for the 0th input, that means my output Y0 will be activated. Okay, so we can give it like this. This is the microprocessor 8085 with all other pins like where you have connected crystals, where you have provided clock in, ready, reset out, reset in, inputs like interrupts, SID, SOD, hold and its acknowledgement and all other things, power supply and ground. This is the optional thing. If you remember then you can write it, otherwise you can skip it. Okay, but this portion is required where you have to provide the address bus, that is A to A15, 80 to 87 and then decode this or you can say demultiplex it by A0 to A15 lines, that you will from that you will provide some number of address lines to the address decoder of the ROM, data lines directly to the data bus. Control signals are used to generate this particular control signal like RD bar, WR bar and IO, M bar. With using this 3 to 8 decoder you will generate this particular 4 control signals, and from that control signal only memory read is required because this is the read only memory, that is ROM. Okay, so this control is provided over here and in the output enable buffer. Okay, and here this is the chip selection. Here from the address A11 to A15 we are providing A0 to A12, A11 because here we are having the size of memory is of 4 kilobyte and for 4 kilobyte we will require total 12 address lines. So A0 to A11 we are providing over here. A12 is not here, it is A11. Okay, please consider it as A11. and one chip selection is required over here. So for generating this chip selection, we have to decode this portion. This is the address line that we have provided over here, but the remaining, this control, this constant line, we have to use for the chip selection. Okay, and that's value is 0000. Okay, so you can also use here some 3 to 8 decoder with providing 0 into the any of one control. Like I can also use here 3 to 8 decoder with 3 input like A15, 14 and 13 inputs are here. For here I will require G2 bar as a 0, so I will provide A12 over here. Also A12 I can provide it G2B also, and G1 with 1, or you can say VCC. That is also possible, but another simple way is to use 4 to 16 decoder. That 4 inputs you will provide over here, and for that 4 input your output generated or output activated is for 0th output. Okay, so you will use this 0th output as a chip selection for this particular chip. Okay, you can also use 3 to 8 decoder to design the same kind of logic for this constant pins, and you can use this 4 cross 16 decoder also. Okay, so it is up to you what you want to use, but ultimately the logic should be constant, that your required address line you will provide into the address bus, and required constant line you will use for the chip selection. Okay, by any combination you can use, but for that combination only your chip should be selected, otherwise this should not be selected. Okay, so this is the first example. Let me see another example. Let me want to design a memory system that contains 2 kilobyte of EEPROM. Okay, and that is implemented by 1 kilobyte of read and write memory. Okay, so we require total 2 types of memory, that is EEPROM, that is of 2 kilobyte, and RAM, or you can say read write memory, that is of 1 kilobyte. Okay, and the starting address for the EEPROM is 000 hex, and it should be implemented by 1 kilobyte of EEPROM. Okay, so we require total size of EEPROM is of 2 kilobyte, but we have to generate that 2 kilobyte using 1 kilobyte of memory. Okay, 1 kilobyte of chips, and this read and write memory can be implemented using 1 kilobyte of RAM chip. Okay, use decoder and gates for the interfacing the circuit. So basically we have to connect 2 types of memory, that is EEPROM and RAM. For EEPROM we have to use starting address as a 000, and we have to use 1 kilobyte of EEPROM. Okay, so first let me see for the EEPROM. So total required size of EEPROM is 2 kilobyte, but we have to use the chip size, that is of 1 kilobyte. So we will require 2 kilobyte divided by 2 kilobyte, 1 kilobyte, that is equals to 2. So we will require 2 chips of 1 kilobyte to design this system. Okay, so we have 2 chips, like chip 1 EEPROM and chip 2 EEPROM, and we have to start chip 1 from the location 0000. After that you have to decide which address you will use for the second chip of EEPROM. Okay, so for the first chip we consider at starting address as a 00000. Okay, and the size of this chip is of 1 kilobyte. That means it has a 10 lines 0 at the ending, and all remaining 6 lines are 0. So that means I have a size of chip as a 0, 3, F, F. Okay, so I have to add this size into the starting address. Starting address is 0000 hex, and I have to add 03FF hex into it. So I will get 03FF hex. So my starting address for this first chip is like 000 hex, and ending address is like 03FF hex. Okay, so for second chip I can use the next immediate address after this 03FF hex. So next immediate address after this 03FF hex is by adding 1. So I will get plus, if I add 03FF hex plus 1, I will get 0400 hex. It is not necessary that I will start from this address. Okay, I can start from anywhere, because we are not provided any address restriction for the second chip. Okay, but in general case we are using the next address. Okay, so this is the starting address for the second EEPROM chip, and for ending address we have to add the size of that chip, that is 03FF hex. So we will get the ending address as a 0400 hex plus 03FF hex, that is 07FF hex. So for my second chip, starting address is like 0400 hex and ending address is like 07FF hex. Okay, so this is my first chip, this is my second chip. For next, that we have to connect one RAM, that is of 1 kilobyte, and chip available for this RAM is also of 1 kilobyte. So number of chip required will be 1 kilobyte divided by 1 kilobyte, that is 1. So by using only one chip we can create the 1 kilobyte of RAM. And the possible starting address is next to the EEPROM. The last address of EEPROM is 07FFZX plus 1, that is 08F00. Okay. Instead of using this address, I can use any random address, like I can use 1000 hex for starting of this RAM. Okay, this is also a possible thing, but we are using the next address. And the size of this chip is of 1 kilobyte, so the size is like 03FF hex. To get the ending address, we have to add this 0800 plus 03FF hex. So I will get 0BFF hex. Okay, so for this chip 1 of RAM, I will have starting address as a 0800 hex and ending address as a 0BFF hex. This all things, if we represent in terms of binary, then it will be like this. For first chip, starting address is like 000 hex, ending address is 03FF hex. For second chip, we have starting address as 030400 hex, ending address as a 07FF hex. For RAM, we have starting address 030800 hex and ending address as a 0PFF hex. Okay, and from this, if we bifurcate two parts of this address bus, that is we have to provide to the address decoder is of A0 to A9, because size of each and every memory is of 1 kilobyte. Okay, so it will require 10 lines, that is 0 to 9, that we will provide to the address decoder. Remaining lines A10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 are constant, or you can say fixed for that particular bit. Okay, for example, if we consider this EEPROM, then it has this combination like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So I have to select this particular chip when the 6 pin of this address is like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. If I am decoding by using 264 decoder, okay, that means I will provide 6-bit input and will get 64 output lines. So that from that 64 output line, the particular line that is on the 1 number output will be activated if I am providing the input like 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Similarly, for this RAM, I will get the activated output of 264 decoder at the Y2, because this is the binary pattern for the 2. And similarly, if we consider for this, then this can be possible for 0 as well as 3. Okay, so we have to combine both of these things. If 0 output is activated, or if it is third output is activated, I have to select this two. Okay, so I have to use the ORing operation between these two. Any of this is 1, then I have to select this two. Okay, so the implementation we can give it like this. And this is the similar that we have used in the previous case. These all things are similar, but here we have used the 3 chips. Okay, from 3 chip, first let me see what is the address lines. That is A0 to A9, that is 1 kilobyte. So we require 10 lines A0 to A9 that we have provided to all of this chip. Okay, for EEPROM we are providing only the output enable buffer control signal, that is your memory read. Okay, but for RAM we are providing output enable as well as the write enable, that is memory read and memory write control signals. Okay, the chip select is remain. Okay, for chip select we have to check which chip is you require to select it. For RAM we have chip selection as Y2. For ROM, we have chip selection Y1. for ROM chip 1 we have chip selection Y0 or Y3. Okay, so we are using here NAND gate. Okay, so that any of one is 0, output will be 1, or you can say activated. Any of one will be activated. So by using this 6264 decoder, we can use this chip selection, that we are providing this chip selection over here, then chip selection over here, and this chip selection over here. So this is not only one logic. If I want to design this same chip selection, I want to design this same chip selection by using 3 to 8 decoder, then also I can do. Okay, so I will use any of 3 pins where there is some change as the selection, and whatever 3 pins which are constant, I will use that constant pin into the activate enabling signal. Okay, and here I will get total 8 output, and by using any of this 8 output I will use them in the chip selection. Okay, so that is also possible thing that you will try, and if you have query in that case, then you can contact me. Okay, so this is not only one case where you how you can solve this interfacing. Okay, so you can also try by using 3 to 8 decoder. Okay, so here we are ending our today's session. If you have any query, then you can contact me.